It had my whole agenda, if that's stapled together. Yeah, let me see that. I'll just pick up the sign. Thank you very much. Where are we? We are in the Australia studios on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. And the time here is 10 minutes past 9. Okay.
Where's this?
Hi.
Oh, Dallas.
Hey, Judd, pass that to me.
Doesn't have to be.
Good morning.
4, 3, 2.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I think that most of the material that you need to build a character is within the script. And the script that we got for this film, written by John Hughes, is so fertile and so just ridden with all these ideas that all the nuance and all the action and all the ingredients that I needed to build the character were in the actual script. I would describe him as feeling that he is downtrodden upon by the other people in the school. I think that he probably has less money than most of the kids in school. He feels that they don't treat him well, maybe because his clothes aren't as nice. And I guess over the course of the years of him being in school, in grammar school, junior high school, and now high school, he's gotten quite bitter and quite angry. So I think that he spends most of his time trying to pull the other people down to his level, this level where he feels they've put him. Well, I'm not sure exactly what it's saying to those kids. Maybe it's saying something to the other kids about those kids, which is don't judge a book by its cover. Because someone may appear to be a hood does not necessarily mean that one thinks like a hood. So maybe we should be more aware of the fact that nothing is what it seems. Yes, I would say he is kind of a nerd, yes. Well, I guess that I'm made up of both of them and none of them. I don't mean to sound as ambiguous as I do, but I don't know where I stand. I don't know if I'm one or the other, or maybe both, or maybe something else. Well, I think that I'm a hard worker. I mean, I like what I do for a living. I would like to continue doing that, so I pursue that. Am I fun? Yes. Yes, I am fun. God. I hope I'm fun, you know. I have some friends. Well, when I first got there, it seemed to me quite barren and rather bland. But through the course of my stay in West Texas, which I think amounted to about 13 weeks, I actually grew to love Texas. I'm a big fan of mesquite and coyotes now. I didn't see any tarantulas. I'm not a big fan of spiders myself, but I like snakes, and I saw some rattlesnakes. I, in fact, got to eat some rattlesnake. Tastes like chicken. I don't mind the heat at all. I mean, it was warm, but that was fine because the characters in the film are hot and dusty, and that was perfect for me.
Well, I think Samantha in 16 Candles was a lot less confident, you know, a little more insecure, and was looking more for her place in, you know, the school. She wanted to be popular. She probably would have wanted to be what Claire was, whereas Claire was very confident, very well-dressed, and definitely had a place in that school, which was the homecoming queen. Everybody looked up to her. Everybody was afraid of her, in a sense. Everybody knows girls like this one. They're in every school across America, you know. They're very easy to spot. You know, usually they are the prom homecoming queen. If you don't have them, they're the most popular, you know, the most sociable. You know, they'd get voted best all around in the school yearbook, you know. Well, I don't know. Maybe some of them are. The one, Claire Standish in The Breakfast Club, wasn't very happy. You know, I think that she was intelligent enough to realize that all of that really didn't matter. You know, the superficiality of her parents and in the school it doesn't really matter. You know, we're all pretty much the same. We think the same. We feel the same. And, you know, what people think you are isn't necessarily really what you are. Well, yes, there are a couple things I'd like to do. Right now, after doing Breakfast Club and after doing this other one that I did, Surviving, which is airing pretty soon, I'd like to do a real comedy. Something, because, I mean, I've done comedies before, but usually I'm the straight man, you know, the one that feeds the, you know, other one, the jokes and stuff. And that's nice, but I'd like to do something that's totally crazy, really off the wall. Not at this point. That's really not what I'm looking for. I'm a singer. I grew up with it. It's in my blood, I guess you could say, but I'm not really looking for a musical at this point. I don't think I really have an image yet to change it, but I don't. No, it's just something that I do sort of for fun. I'm a jazz singer, and I do it for myself and for my family and for my friends, but it's nothing I really necessarily want to make a career out of at this point. Not all hooked on the acting. I have other interests, but acting is definitely one of them. Probably because as the characters grew close to each other, the actors did as well, and it maybe, you know, added a touch more realism to the story. It was very helpful, you know, to shoot it in sequence. Just about all the movies I have done actually were shot in sequence. I have, maybe once, but generally I think that they are shot in sequence.
Fandango was jumbled around a bit. They tried to shoot it in sequence as much as possible, but we did shoot the end of the movie at the end. And I would say that that was as close to in sequence as we got. Personally, I prefer to shoot in sequence. I think if you have to shoot something after something that you haven't shot before it, you have to make a lot of guesses as to the development of your character. And I don't like shooting in the dark in general, but if I have to do it, you know. I'm still waiting for my best work.
I really don't know. I mean, I think that you can pick parts from every one of my films and you could find my best work. But I'm pretty much the same. I guess I'm a perfectionist. There's nothing that I have done that I don't think could have been improved upon. Sure, everybody has skeletons in their closet. I don't, well, I'd rather talk about my better projects than the worst ones, actually. It's way up there. I'm very proud of it. No, Judd, Allie, and Amelia were in St. Elmo's Fire. I completed Surviving after I did Breakfast Club, which is going to air on Sunday. No, I'm not in St. Elmo's Fire. Well, I just finished Surviving, which is going to air on Sunday. It's a 3-hour television movie on ABC. And I'm publicizing both of them right now.
Oh. Well, thank you very much.
Stand by. Okay.
Go.
Go anytime,
Oh, okay.
Bobbie.
Judd, this character is nothing like you. The two of you have very different backgrounds. How did you know how to play him and how he would feel? This character is somewhat of a punk. The one you played in the... This character is somewhat of a punk, and the one you played in Fandango is a nerd. Wouldn't you call him a nerd? Of the two extremes, from punk to nerd, which one are you most like? How would you describe yourself? Are you fun? What was it like for you in West Texas? Here you are, this Yankee, come to West Texas. What was it like for you, a Yankee, to come to West Texas to make a movie? How'd you get along with the spiders and the snakes? Molly, how is this character different from the girl you played in 16 Candles? If you could if you could play any character, something you haven't done at all, what would you choose to do? I know you're a singer. Would you like to do a musical? The Breakfast Club was shot almost in sequence. Now, why did the director decide to do it that way? Why do you think the director decided to shoot this movie almost in sequence? Do you wish all movies were made this way? Okay, now I'll just give you some reactions.
Come on, Bob, you're on the candid camera.
Okay, that should do it.